Hey show offs, it's Miss HueVine again with another facial. So on this facial we're actually going to do a chemical peel because she has hyperpigmentation in her cheeks, her forehead. She actually has fairly normal skin. She just breaks out sometimes, which is hormonal, not on a regular basis like myself. So I'm actually using a gel formula because it sits in the spot. It does not move as much as the liquid ones, which can be really messy and they go into crevices and they can like basically be a super pain. So I apply it and you have to move in a fast motion. And what I like to do when I do chemical peels is I like to make sure to cover the entire area, but I'll go back in and like if you guys can see, like I actually went and did that area already, but then I went and did more. And the reason why is because when you're doing a chemical peel, you can't exfoliate before like you would on a regular facial. So I'll do this to make sure that the chemical peel actually gets up under that dead layer of skin. It's going to exfoliate off, but just to make sure that it gets up under there and penetrates properly. Because if it was fresh skin and I put a chemical peel on there, first of all, it will burn. Second of all, it would get like the live skin cells or the ones that are just like barely dead right there. And the results will be like absolutely phenomenal. So I'm just gonna go over the entire face. Okay, so as you can see, her skin is now starting to flush. It's getting a little pink. Like notice, look in her nose area, look in her forehead area. It's getting very flush. I don't put the chemical peel inside of the eyebrow because just imagine like it's scabbing over and your hair is in the scab. Like that is the worst. It's like one of the hardest things. It doesn't peel naturally. Like it's awful. And then I just make sure to press it in. I'm gonna let this sit for a few minutes, and you guys can't see. There's actually a fan, and I actually communicate with them the entire time to make sure how it's feeling, like whether the areas are doing. And one thing that a lot of people ask, and that is absolutely crucial that you should not do it, and speaking from experience, do not use numbing creams on your skin with the chemical peel. And the reason why is because we have to know exactly what's going on, how your skin is feeling, how it's reacting. And if you can't feel it, your skin could be on fire. You may experience a adverse reaction because you don't know what's going on. So like notice her forehead is starting to swell up a little bit. Okay, so I'm actually going to remove the chemical peel now, and the way I remove it is because we use a gel-based formula and it sticks this a little thicker. I actually remove the chemical peel first before I neutralize it, and the reason why is because when it's time to remove it, I want to remove it as fast as possible so that she doesn't frost too bad. And if the neutralizer has to penetrate the thick gel, it takes a little bit longer to stop it. So I remove it first with gauze, and then I go back and spray. And make sure to do her entire face, and I communicate the entire time. So after I get all of the chemical peel off and neutralize her skin, I take an extremely cold towel, which is heaven, and I wipe off whatever is left because it does not hurt because the towel is cold, and then I just compress it into her face. It helps to soothe because their skin is burning, and if you could see like the skin reacted on her forehead and her cheek areas in certain spots. And I am wiping with a little bit of force, but the reason why I'm doing that is because I have to make sure that all of that chemical peel is not in her crevices, because that will cause damage to her skin if she leaves the spa with it still being on. And now you do it with an extremely cold towel. And if you can see her keep talking, this is me talking to her the entire time, making sure that she's absolutely okay. More cold compresses on her face. And then I finish with our intense moisturizer, which is moist. It's very light, but it's very intense. It puts a nice coating over her face. And you can see she has frosting that will subdue in probably about 24 hours. But I just try to put as much moisture into her face so that it doesn't feel raw and it does not hurt. I do very, very rigorous chemical peels on myself because estheticians always do, and it never hurt. Okay guys, so hope you enjoyed it. This is how a chemical peel is done at HueVine. Have a great weekend.